happy Facebook Live and YouTube Live night. I'm going to make sure that I can see us over on the channel. So give me a quick second to do that. It is Christmas card high production season here. So I make a lot of Christmas cards every year in my Christmas card series, and I have cards from leftover years as well. But I am sending about 180 Christmas cards this year, so I've really had to produce quite a few. So I wanted to show you how to take a stamp set that is kind of an independent stamp set and pump out a lot of cards with just, some colored cardstock. So Sign Design is a really fun stamp set that's been out this fall, and it has Happy New Year, may it be filled with joy, Trick or Treat, may your day be sweet, Season of Thanks. It has this nice outline piece, so if you wanted to outline your sign, you could. And then it's got this merry and bright. So I've been using this all fall. I used it for Halloween classes and fall card classes. And now we'll use it for Christmas. And then if I do need to send New Year's Eve cards, because maybe I get some cards in the mail and I know I'm not going to get them to people in time, I'll send them a New Year's card. But I want to show you how easy this can be. So I took this paper, the Traditions of Christmas paper, and I just fussy cut this, and then I kept cutting simple. So this was 4x4 squares, and then I had some strips, cut, punched, stamped, put it together. So I tried to follow that pattern on a few. So you'll see I bulk made like a whole bunch like that, right? Then I had a few other strips that were 3-inch strips. So I made some like this that had the 3-inch strip to the left. I made some like this that had the 3-inch strip to the right. So you can see that's really simple. It's a different swag, right? This one has the poinsettia and this one's the flowers, but right, this isn't hard. These are just 3-inch strips. So basically the idea behind this is like a piece of DSP, a piece of interest, and then a sentiment. And then this one, I had a square. So this is the same size square as that one, right? A 4x4, but I had like an extra piece. And so I was like, okay, I'll move this piece up and we'll do this. So I wanted to show you this to show you that it doesn't have to be hard. And we're gonna grab, so I've got some scraps of some paper, which is kind of what I'm usually down to when I get to Christmas. So this is the North Pole delivery paper, and I'll show you what I'm down to. And I really do like to use as much of my paper as possible. So you'll see these pieces are probably, yeah, they look like they're about that size. Who knows what they were cut for and what I was gonna do with them, right? But they're cute. It looks like I've got a whole bunch of pieces that are about this big. So maybe, I'll do something, I'll make a card with them. Looks like I've got a bunch of them. Looks like I've got some longer strips. And then we've got a couple of pieces. Oh, there's some random cardstock in here. That's cool. Another piece like that. There's some 4x4 random cardstock squares that just ended up in here, which goes with everything. Here's another piece of DSP, and then it looks like I've got the 2 die sheets left, is what it looks like. So the houses are not my favorite. Let me put this right side up. I don't love these, so I might not use these. Maybe like the packages and stuff, like maybe I'll put these like on the inside of the card. Like I like the little postage stamp style things. I think those are cool. We do have the January paper pumpkin is going to have cute little postage stamp things. So I think maybe the postage stamps, I'll punch those out because I think those are cute. Um, but I don't like the houses and I don't like the cars. I know, I'm picky. But let's see how many of these we can get out of here. Looks like there's quite a few of them. Okay, so I think that's it for that. Then this other sheet has, this is actually the cuter sheet. This has some like puppies and bears. So these guys are cute. So we'll punch these out as like items of interest, right? So it looks like I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a bunch of them. So that's good. So there's a lot of cute little pieces here. There's some more of these little postcard ones. And I think I've got an idea for that. So I'm gonna punch out some of those. There's also some festive kitty cats here. So we'll have to punch a couple of cats out too. All right. So what I like to do is get all of my DSP pieces ready. And then I go in and start to build them. I've got this, and then I've got this. This is like a soft blue. What's the flip of this? Also more blue. And then the grid. Okay. What's this blue color? You know? I do like to match our paper, so it looks like cherry cobbler, pool party, poppy parade. Okay, so poppy parade's the red, the really bright red in here. So pool party, petal pink, poppy parade, and I'm assuming garden green, but let's see. Yeah. Okay. That's not garden green. All right, so there's some garden green. And there's some poppy parade. It doesn't look like I have enough pool party. All right, I think we're gonna use these. So I'm gonna say that we can probably make, let's make 8 cards. So we'll make 2 sheets of the poppy parade and 2 sheets of the garden green. I could probably make 12 out of all this, but we'll see. Okay, and then we need our paper trimmer. So there's a lot of items. So one, there's free shipping right now. There are paper pumpkin kits that are on sale. And there's a lot of items on the last chance list. This DSP might be on there. We've been so busy, I haven't even paid attention to what made it to the last chance list. But I wanted to show you that card making doesn't have to be hard. And if you have some pretty paper and some matching cardstock, you're probably good to go. So let's cut these. So I'm just making simple card bases. I will say doing it not on white. I did some of my other ones on white. I feel like if you do it on a colored cardstock, it looks a little bit nicer. And our colored cardstock has a nice weight to it. I just think it looks more finished, but I'm excited that Poppy Parade is in here. I don't think I knew that, and I think I kind of forgot about it as a color this year, so. All right, so the green pieces probably are too matchy on there, but they do look really cute on the red, so we'll definitely do that for those. That one will look cute on there. So I'm just kind of starting to like lay pieces out. So then there's a couple of pieces here that have some strips. So we'll cut these down and we'll run these the full length of the card. So we'll do 5.5 and 5.5. And then I've got a strip of this. So we'll do the same thing to this one. We'll cut it to 5.5 and 5.5. Okay, that looks cute on the green paper. So I am willing to get rid of some scraps. So like if it's down to this kind of situation, then I'm probably gonna get rid of it. Don't die, but I think that can be put in the trash. All right, so these guys I've got some strips for, so that looks good. I've got that for that one, this one, and this one, so that's good. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Got all of our little critters here. And then this piece, see, I said I've got more than I need, right? So like if we have this and we're gonna put this piece on here, then we can go through here and we can say, okay, is there something else that's cute? So like the red is kind of cute, and I might do, you know, something like that. And then maybe, you know, I've got this guy, and then we're gonna do the punch and the sentiment. So I will say that this paper has both white and very vanilla on it. So you could stamp and punch this on either one. But I think we should try it on very vanilla. So we're gonna get our Puppy Parade ink. And we're gonna see if we've got some very vanilla scraps, which we definitely do. I always have, my scrapbook, it is always full of scraps. I think those are some big scraps. All right, so then I do like anything that has a, you know, a punch with it, right? So we're gonna get the Puppy Parade, and we're gonna, I think we can stamp it. 1, 2, 3. Nice. So then I would go through and punch a bunch of these. And I kind of like to know how much space they take up, so I'm gonna I think I'm gonna do one on the end. All right. Gonna close that up. I like it on the very vanilla. I think that looks cool. Anytime I'm trying to like mass produce a card, this is gonna be how I do it, with a punch. So, all right, we got a whole lot of sentiments. We've got a piece. We've got this guy, he's cute. So I kind of have to decide, like, do I want him here? Sentiment here? No, that looks weird. I could also have him kind of on this. Yeah, that's cute. That looks fine. Okay, so then we're just going to, I don't know where any of my other blue is, but so this is where measurements don't matter, right? Where we are just going to cut and fit and layer until we're happy. And we'll pop some guys up on some dimensionals. I like a whole bunch of like little partial dimensionals the other night. It's a big bear. So if you're sending holiday cards this year, I'd love to know how many are you sending? And, you know, if you need to make some more Christmas cards, or if you have some paper, like let's say you're done sending cards for the year, but maybe you want to make some cards for next year and you want to get ahead, then this is a great way to do that. So cute. No embellishments. This is it. It's cute. Who wouldn't be pleased to get this, right? Stamped, punched, you're done. So let's do one of the green ones. Let's do this one. So then with this one, I had this kind of centered, and I was gonna look and see what do I have in my pieces here. So that's a similar style, and then I've got the houses and these. Okay, I'm gonna use this one. I do like this. I like this grid. So I'm gonna get my snips and I'm gonna cut it in half. Whoa. All right, so what I wanna do for this one is I'm going to center on the top-ish, good as I can. And I do want to make sure they line up, so as best you can. Also make sure you've rotated them correctly. And now I'm going to layer this one on top. And then we're going to find a fun guy here. Okay, that cat is so funny, and him like leaping over the top is super cute, so that's what we're gonna do. Okay. So we're going to kind of hang that off. So layering, right? Like we don't want it to be too square or crazy, but there, that's super cute. So now we have a fun cat flying over, right? And we've got, you can tell he's got little letters coming behind him, and then we've got that. These are easy. These don't have to, Christmas cards don't, cards even, all cards don't have to be hard. They can be easy. and fun and fast, and you don't need measurements and you don't need, it doesn't need to be difficult. There is kind of an up and a down to this paper I found. I don't love that. That's not my, this is not my favorite sheet. Okay, I've got some ideas though for this. I'm hoping that, yes, I was hoping that that would be the case. So for this one, I think I can do like 3 panels, and then I might do like a bigger, like a bear or something. Or maybe, I need one who's delivering mail, so I guess it's got to be the brown bear. So since this is very male oriented. All right, so I'm gonna do one, probably a little higher than I normally would. I'm gonna do this one upside down because I don't want them to seem so matchy. I clearly cut them from like the same piece, but I think if they match up too much, it'll look a little weird. So, and then we'll do the green in the middle. Just kind of, you know, spaced out how you can. And then we've got the big bear. And we'll do that. We'll have him kind of coming, because I don't want him, I don't want the sign on his bottom. Let's say that. Okay. There. All right, so card number 3. All right, and then one of the other ones that I wanted to do that I had kind of an idea for was all of these cute little postage stamps. So I thought it would be kind of fun to do something. I gotta see how many of these I need in order to make this happen. That's not terrible. I don't know where my bone folder is. Don't judge. I could do the postman guy on this one, but I still don't like that side. And it's okay. Like, if there's a paper that you don't like, you don't have to like it. You don't have to like every piece of paper. I give you permission. But, you know, if you own it and you want to use it, then you might want to, you know, find a way to, you know, come up with something. All right, so I'm going to put one of the bigger dimensionals behind here, and I'm going to try to space them out. And if I start at the top and the bottom, usually that means that I can space things out in the middle, but we'll see. All right, so for this one, this is my feature. I'm not gonna do anything else on this one. And I might put a sentiment, I might not, we'll see. Those are a little crooked, and that's okay. All right. I'm gonna keep the one with the puppy paws on it. Oh, these are not spaced evenly. Okay, so because I didn't space it evenly and now this looks awkward, we're gonna save these for another card, which is totally fine. What this lets us do is it lets us bring in a friend, or at least it lets us bring in a sentiment. But I think it's gonna let us bring in a friend and a sentiment? We'll find out. Let's see. So sometimes I look up on the camera to see if it looks good. Um, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna add the cat because he's cute. There we go. Super cute. All right, so hopefully this has given you an idea tonight of some ways to use up your scraps and to make some holiday cards quickly that you can share with others. They don't have to be perfect. They don't have to be measured. They don't have to be standard or all the same. But whoever gets these will be very, very happy to get them. I know that. So you can add a piece of white on the inside for the writing, or you could use a silver marker or a gold marker. But thanks for joining me tonight. Let me know how many Christmas cards you're sending this holiday season, or Hanukkah cards. Yeah, thanks so much for joining. I hope this was helpful to you. I hope that you have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next week. Thanks, y'all. Bye-bye.